Woman in Georgetown Township is fighting for benefits that aren't being honored.
It revolves around legislation involving veterans, tax rules, and her late husband. Fox 17 problem solver Angeline McCall here to explain what she's up against. Angeline?
Derek Janis, the former lawmaker behind the bill, says it comes down to money, with the township trying to save thousands. However, township officials told me they truly don't believe the veteran spouse qualifies and have collected taxes for the past several years on her home, which totals roughly $15,000.
I know he would fight for it for himself if he was here, so I would do the same for him, just to honor him.
Steve Veldman felt compelled to protect, enlisting in the military when others were drafted.
He didn't talk a whole lot about it, it just seemed like something that he just didn't want to go back to a lot.
As memories from Vietnam became difficult, so would his health from Agent Orange exposure.
I found him that morning. He was just kind of, slumped over the counter and just saying he was having a hard time breathing.
Between the lung cancer diagnosis and a failing heart, it wasn't long afterwards until goodbye.
My youngest daughter, Rayanne, and I, we were with him, and so we got up, and she just looked at it and she said, "Dad," she says, if you're too tired," she said, "we understand. Just it's okay. We'll take care of Mom. You just go to heaven if you want to do that." And he just took one last breath, and that was it. I think he just had to hear that everything was going to be all right on the home front.
Steve protected his country and family during life and made plans for after.
He was watching out for us even when we didn't know what was coming down the road.
That safeguard coming in the form of benefits through the VFW he had applied for before he died.
I remember at the time when he applied for it, and then of course when I kind of followed through after he had passed away, they kept saying this is going to take a long time because they're really backlogged.
This document from the VFW was what Steve had been waiting for, granting him 100% disability, adding, "We note that your husband's death from respiratory insufficiency is considered to be due or as a consequence of his service. And under that benefit, this law granting property tax exemption to not only him, but his wife Tony on their Jamestown home."
And they said, "Oh yeah, just fill out this form and turn it in." And he says, "You'll be exempt." So it was real easy.
A few years ago, Tony moved to Georgetown Township, and her daughters and grandkids moved in. But unlike in Jamestown Township, the tax exemption was denied.
It does seem a bit callous, a little bit hard-hearted, when you think of what the guys go through, and what the price that they pay, when some even pay with their lives. It didn't seem like it mattered to them.
Georgetown Township told Tony she didn't qualify because the benefits were granted after her husband's death. But according to the VFW, this document clearly states the benefits are retroactive to the date of filing. In Tony's case, that's prior to Steve's passing.
I just find it offensive. This is a very small thing to do for a very small percentage of our population. Less than a couple percentage of the people will ever wear the uniform for the military.
The former lawmaker who drafted this bill for property exemption agrees that Georgetown Township is in the wrong.
In this particular case, what we're dealing with here is a tax assessor that doesn't understand the law and thinks she's going to make law. That's not her job. Neither is it her job to interpret law. So that's the law. She should abide by it.
As a veteran himself, Dave Agemund knew the sacrifice and the relief this could bring to families like Steve and Tony's.
It's the least we can do for veterans, especially spouses that die from serving our country. We can at least give them a break on their taxes on their house.
A similar case just a few years ago coming out of Rose versus Portage found the statute is clear that the exemption is available to be sought and obtained by the surviving spouse after the disabled veteran dies. A precedent Tony believes makes it clear she needs to continue challenging Georgetown Township's decision.
And I know he would fight for it for himself if he was here. So I would do the same for him, just to honor him.
A benefit that's not just about the money, but for a dedication of service.
I've got the fight in me now. If that's one of his benefits, then then he's due that.
We did reach out to Georgetown Township for an interview. They declined, but did send me this from the State Tax Commission saying the benefits have to be granted prior to death. After getting nowhere with the township, Tony's next step would be to take it to the Michigan Tax Tribunal and appeal the township's decision there. In the newsroom, Angeline McCall, Fox 17 News.
All right, Angeline, thank you. Great story. If there's an issue you would like us to look into, you can send an email to problemsolvers@fox17online.com. You can also join the Problem Solvers Facebook group or call the number right there on your screen.